Hi Capricorn, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a weekly tarot reading for the week of September 14th to the 20th. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments, so head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So go ahead and shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. Now, I meditated on your beautiful energy before beginning this reading. And the message that came through, my friend, was a delicate balance. A delicate balance. Let's dive on in and find out more. I want to start by pulling a message or two from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. What do we have, Spirit, for Capricorn to begin this weekly read? Okay, we got two. Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Beautiful. Good start. Reminds you how unique and amazing you are on a soul level, and how you are unlike anybody else, and that's what makes you absolutely stunning and beautiful. It also reminds you on a separate message, on a separate level too, whatever you've been working towards these days, it may need a bit of a childlike devotion. That kind of creative sort of childlike approach where you sort of throw yourself into it and have the utmost fun. And you actually enjoy yourself rather than thinking about, the way you should do it and the outcome. Just more so focusing on enjoying yourself and being creative and inspirational. Love it. Love it. Also talking about loving who you truly are, not who other people want you to be. Leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Very much so encourages you to go after what you've been thinking about pursuing these days. And if you have already started to do so, don't stop. Keep it going. And I mean, the leaping through the air message is coming through as don't be afraid this week to take a leap of faith if need be when it comes to whatever your situation is. Could be your career, could be finances, it could be a relationship. Could be simply just you taking a leap of faith and showing the world the true you that you're becoming on a soul level, or who you're discovering you are. Very interesting. Now let's continue. I want to pull 7 tarot cards, one for each day of the upcoming week. Some shuffling, of course. And one more shuffle. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have for Capricorn to continue this weekly read? Ooh. Both cards came out in Virgo's reading, my friend. Is there Virgo in your chart or in your situation? Well, let's continue. What else do we have? Keeping common for Capricorn for the week. All right, so to start off with, the 8 of Wands, which is no joke, exactly the card that Virgo's reading started on. It's going to start off, the week is going to head off on a quick pace. It's going to pick up like that. You may not even fully know how to handle it or how to go with it. It's not the easiest for an earth sign, I feel. Don't question whether you can handle it or not, though. I feel like as long as you get into the right mindset and you don't question yourself, you're good. And then moving right along on Tuesday, 7 of Pentacles. It's going to be a day for you to focus on your work, on your career, on your finances, on growing that financial harvest from the ground up. Allowing yourself to fully believe in where you're heading. And I feel like this is going to be a day very much so for this childlike devotion card to come into play. While you do focus on this, it doesn't mean you have to be so stern and so serious. You know, you can very much so enjoy yourself and throw yourself into your work, you know, very much like a child in an enthusiastic way. Could definitely help you out. And when you enjoy what you're doing, let's not forget, excuse the noise, when you truly enjoy what you're doing at the end of the day, as far as work, it comes through in what you're doing, in your final result, and it shines through in a beautiful way. The Devil card for Wednesday. It's the end of overthinking things for a lot of you. I feel like way too much overthinking has been happening for you recently, questioning whether or not you're meant for a certain opportunity, or whether things are going to actually work out, or if your finances are going to fall into place. And Spirit's saying that that's enough. Enough is enough. You have stressed yourself out enough to last you the rest of the year, let alone the week. And it's very interesting that we look at this specific Devil card and the imagery we have, and we have like these very eerie sort of stairs heading up to this open doorway, which is going into her mind. And what that's talking about is you have control over what goes on up there in that head of yours, and you tend to, these days at least, overthink things and stress yourself out, and even potentially expect the worst out of situations. And it's time for you to switch that up and adjust your perspective so you can start manifesting beautiful positivity into your life. Moving right along, I was going to say, because you're giving yourself a bit of anxiety. You're giving yourself that sort of anxious or on edge feeling because of the uncertainty in your life. But then we move right along to Thursday. We have the Princess of Wands, which is coming through as anxiety. It's feeling a little bit on edge, like you just can't sit still because you're worried and you're stressed. And they're saying that this needs to come to an end. You're stressing yourself out once again. We're not going to harp on it. But it feels like between Wednesday and Thursday, you just can't seem to let go of that mental frustration that you're inevitably causing yourself. But then we have the 8 of Cups for Friday. Ooh, for some of you, this anxiety is caused by an external source, by a situation, a person, or a place, as well as yourself, but I didn't expect that to come up. Now, this 8 of Cups is talking about how when Friday rolls around, you're going to start to feel like, all right, it's time to reassess who and what is working for me still, you know, and is being a part of my life. And if need be, you're going to start to swim away, walk away, run away, however you want to go. But there's a very swimming kind of imagery going on here. And allowing yourself to leave behind people, places, and situations that are no longer working for you, no longer serving you for the better, that are potentially holding you back from believing in yourself or staying positive or allowing you to charge after your dreams. You gotta do what's right for you, my friend. And then we have the 2 of Wands. I feel like what you are going through this week and having to make some of these necessary decisions and potentially even initiating walking away from them, these situations that are no longer working. You start to, on Saturday, look towards the future, start to plan your future. Just make sure you're not doing it in a very stressful way. Try to make sure you're doing it in a very adaptive way, allowing yourself to go with the flow while you're, planning out some of these details, some of these changes you want for the future. For some reason, Spirit wants me to say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? How about 10 years? Do you have an idea as to how you'd like to see yourself? It's not something you should start to stress over if you haven't thought about it. But it's just something to consider. Because especially when you're thinking about people, places, and situations that are in your life, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords in my mind's eye. It's important to be asking yourself if you can see yourself with this situation or person or whatever it is in 5 years, in 10 years. Are they going to still fit in your life? 3 of Pentacles to wrap it up on Sunday. Whatever you've been working towards, my friend, whatever you've been planning or trying to achieve, these goals you have set in place, people are going to start to notice you for them. It's almost going to feel like you're on a pedestal as you start to rewrite your life, rewrite some of these dreams and goals you've had set in place over time. People are going to start to see the courage that you are, that you have these days as you move forward and you decide to make these important, tough decisions, and you start to rewrite who you are on a soul level, and you're rewriting your life in general. Wow, that's powerful. Let's wrap it up. I want to pull a message or two from the Find Your Happy deck. What do we have for Capricorn to wrap up this weekly read? Saying just those two. Instead of focusing on the anger, I focus on healing the pain. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how it's a week of balancing things out for yourself, at least in the overall message. And I feel like that'll not only help you with the fast pace and dealing with some of this anxiety, making sure you're balanced on an inner level, but also making sure your areas of your life are balanced out. But this is also talking about if anger does pop up throughout the week, or frustration or this anxiety, you're not going to focus on it. You're going to more so realize that that means you still have things to heal within. You still have stuff to work out on a soul level so that you can move forward without having to deal with that as you step into this new chapter / journey of your life. And then how I feel is more important than how I look. Yes, I feel like this card is for me as well, even though I'm not a Capricorn. It's reminding you, my friend, that as you change and you evolve and you grow into who you're becoming, who gives a shit what other people think? Honestly. Their opinions are so minimal, or at the very least, non-existent. So you have to remember that as you do change and evolve and become who you're meant to be in this lifetime, forget what people think and allow yourself to just be proud of who you are, and whoever's meant to be with you moving forward will adjust and accept you who you're becoming, or who you actually are. And then that's that. And whoever doesn't like it or who doesn't approve will fall to the wayside naturally, and that's just the way it's meant to be, because everything happens for a reason. On that note, my friend, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel, and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your situation. And while you were down there, don't forget to shoot me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing week, and I will see you next time. Bye, Capricorn.